So welcome, and today we are going to do Khan Academy Part 2, working with unit. Exercise is appropriate units. Alright, let's get started. So, Snow is piling outside Cameron's house. He decides to measure the rate at which height of the pile increase over time. Which would be appropriate unit for Cameron's purpose? A. Minutes per liter. B. Hour per liter. C. Meter per hour. D. Liter per minute. So what we need to pay attention is about what is in unit. So it's asking about the height, not volume, which is mean 2 liters can be cancelled out, which is mean the answer is one of B or C. So is this hour per meter or meter per hour? So he wants to know height of the pile increase over time, which just means he don't care how many he don't care height of the pile is, he care about time. So he will record it as like 1 hour, 2 hour. So what's that mean? I know it's a little bit confusing, but I believe it should be meter per hour. Yes. And yeah, that's mean it asks us for unit rate. I'm gonna write that down. It asks us for the unit rate. Alright, over to next question. Dahlia is a botanist. She wants to model the growth rate of the patch of ground that is covered by certain plants as the time passes. What would be appropriate units for Dahlia's purpose? So, he wants to model the growth rate of the patch of ground that is covered. Okay, by a certain plant as time passes. So we obviously doesn't need 2 cubic centimeter. I don't think we need that. So I'm gonna say square meter, which is week, because square meter is an area, which is certain ground, and the week is just a time. And then Li Jun decided to model the rate at which the number of cavities a person has changed as a volume of acidic beverage the person drinks to increase. So we are asking volume this time. Okay. So it's not yes, so it does not necessarily has to do with time, since as you can see, it doesn't really say time. It's just the number of cavity a person have change as a volume of acid beverage. So I don't think it really have to do with pH value. So I would go ahead and say cavity per liter. That's what I think. Great. Now finally, this last question is called a Knoop decided to measure the rate at which the temperature changes as the altitude increase. So what would be appropriate value? So first of all, I don't even know what this P stands for, so I don't think that is correct. And then, which is I find out too, which is a temperature unit, Celsius, and a kilometer, which is height or length. So he wants to know the temperature changes as the altitude increase. So let's see. It's obviously one of C or D. Is this like he want to know as altitude? So I will go ahead and say this one. Okay, So that's great. That's called appropriate unit, and we finish it. So now we're going to move on to next part. And this is called interpret unit in formulas. So consider the formula R equal to V over C times T, where R represents rate of infection, V represents the number of virus in the cell, C represents the number of cells, and T represents time and is represented in hours. Okay, so let's see. What does V mean? Let's see. So V over CT R equal to that. So let's put meaning. So R is rate of infection. Rate of infection equal to volume. Number of virus. Number of virus. And over C, which is number of cells, multiplied by hour. Okay, so let's take a look about which one is correct. So number of viruses at the top, which is this one, and C is cells times hour. Yes, that is correct. And then let's move on to question number 2. So it's asked us how to represent this. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. What does D mean? D means density. So density is right here. Is equal to density, and what equal to density? M is mean mass, and it's in kg. And V means volume and has cubic meter. Okay, so let's take a look. This one is exactly same, and I'm gonna choose this, which is correct. And then let's move on. So we have a formula that's called S equal to B multiplied by A. Alright, and then we are going to select a proper unit. So the smelliness of cheese as defined function of the amount of bacteria. So this B means amount of bacteria. So I'm going to write bacteria multiplied by surface area, which is cm centimeter square. And then should be this, because I don't find any point for have a fraction. And let's move on to question number 4. Jerk, denoted by J, can be defined as a function of acceleration. Okay, so let's take a look. J equal to A over T. So acceleration is measured in amp over second square, I think, s square, and time is measured in s, which is second. So let's take a look. It's a little bit tricky now since he didn't give us all information, obviously. So A is called acceleration. And T is time. Okay. And if you want to find you didn't get any result. Okay. So and that's why we have second paragraph, which is acceleration is measured in m over s squared and time is measured in s. That's how suppose you represent it. Okay? And then theoretically, if we do something correct, then we need flip the fraction. So this is the same thing as divide by s. What happens when we divide a number by a fraction, actually fraction divided by an integer? Well, you are gonna multiply by that inverse. So what did you get? And I get s cubed over m. Okay, hopefully this is correct. Great, and that's how you solve it. It's a little complicated, but as long as you get an idea how to solve it, it will be fine. And that will be it for today's appropriate unit with 2 exercises, appropriate units and interpret units in formulas.